mechanic that help you break tackles and gain extra yards. This new tool gives you more creativity as a ball carrier than ever before.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Sports. Guys, I want to continue this little series I got going on about Madden 17. You know, right now we're on the defensive side of the ball talking about the AI and how the AI, the awareness, and the intelligence of the players are going to improve. The last video we talked about, we talked about zone coverage. We talked about gap play. And what I want to talk about right now is receiver count. And receiver count, guys. I mean, this is amazing, the kind of stuff we're going through right now with Madden 17, man. I think this game's going to be the time where people start talking about Madden 17. Not that it's going to be an outstanding, great, off-the-planet game, but I think it's going to go to a level where people are going to start saying, you know, it's about time, or whatever people are going to say. They're going to be talking about Madden NFL 17. Okay, right now I want to talk about a receiver count because it's a part of the AI as far as the players recognizing what's coming at them on offense. And I'm just going to read it verbatim, guys, because I don't want to miss anything. As we've touched, and remember, guys, you're in a boardroom right now. You're in the EA boardroom talking about Madden 17. As we've touched on earlier, our underneath defenders and zone coverage now have the global knowledge of the defensive concept they're playing. Man, if that statement alone, if I don't go any further, if that statement alone is true, this is going to be a totally different game, guys. Let me read this again. And zone coverage, let's look. As we've touched on earlier, our underneath defenders and zone coverage now have a global knowledge of the defensive concept they're playing. The logic and the rules that govern how they play gives the ability to adapt. When I heard that word adapt, guys, that to me that means they're gonna be adjusting on the fly. You know, even though they're programmed to do certain things, they're gonna be programmed to do things on the fly, man, and create organic situations. Man, I can't wait to break these things down to see if this actually works. Let's see. I'm always losing my spot. Let's start over. The logic and rules that govern how they play gives them the ability to adapt to what the offensive pass concept is, as well as complement each other's assignment. When they're talking about chemistry and teamwork, man, I love that. In order to do this, we had to first build a receiver count system. And guys, I think on one of the other videos I did, when they talked about they went to the NFL and got this information, guys, where else would you get this information, guys? This is simulation stuff, man. If this game performs like it is right here on this chalkboard, man, we're going to have a different game. Okay, real life defenses from a pass coverage standpoint will draw an imaginary line down the center of the offensive set. Now, this is for you casual gamers. If you're a casual gamer and you're watching this video right now, guys, you can learn the ins and outs, the X and O's of football, okay? Real life defenses from a pass coverage standpoint will draw an imaginary line down the center of the offensive set, basically splitting it in half. And you see this picture right here, you just split it right down in half, guys, right over the center, right down the quarterback, from the quarterback to the center, right down the center. Okay, on each side of the offensive set, the defense assigns numbers to each receiver, starting from the outside in, starting with the widest eligible receiver on a particular side of the set. The widest receiver is number one. As you can see on the outside, they start from the outside. Here's number one receiver right here. Well, they're not number one receivers as far as the offensive goes. The right side is always the number one receiver, but we're talking about receiver count. On the outside right here is a number one receiver because we start from the outside in. Okay, starting with the widest eligible receiver on a particular side of this set the widest receiver is number 1. The next receiver inside of him is number 2. There you go. There's number 2. And he's next to him is number 2. The next inside receiver is number 3. We see number 3 right here. So basically what we're doing, guys, we're starting from the outside to the end on the right side and the left side. Okay. An offense can have a max of 4 eligible receivers to one side of the offensive set. So I guess if it's more than that, it's going to be an illegal formation. I guess that could be a penalty. Guys, we're learning football. So the following screenshot shows let me slow down. The following screenshots show some sample offensive sets and the receiver count used by the defense for those sets. That's great, guys. This is great. Okay, let's continue. The defensive splits. The defense splits the offense set in half, starting at the center ball location right here. Okay, and we'll number the receivers from the outside in on both sides. Okay, we went over that. In the screenshot above, the right side of the offense aligns with 1 and 2, which is right here, 1 and 2. Outside wide and with 3 in the backfield. Okay, we did the wrong side. Okay, in the screenshot above, the right side of the offense aligns with 1 and 2 and wide and with 3 in the backfield. Here's 3. 1, 2, 3 on the right side. To the left side, number 1 is out wide right here, and number 2 is in the backfield. Okay, now in this offensive set right here, the right side has 4 receivers and the left side has 1. And remember, it can't be more than 4 receivers on one side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Always count from the outside in. Okay. And guys, I never knew this. I don't know how many of you guys knew this. If you did know about receiver count as far as how the defense goes, because I didn't play defense. I was an offensive guy. I was a wide receiver, guys. I was a wide receiver. And a few occasions, I had good speed of hitting the hole. I did some running back. Let's see. Okay, now most offensive sets will align running backs in the backfield directly on their center line, right here, directly on the center line. Here's the running back. In this scenario, the pass defenders on the right count, the running back as their number 4 on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the running back on the right side. Okay. The pass defenders on the left count him as the number 2. So if the defenders are on this side of the field, they're going to count their side of the field because they draw a line down the center, right? So these guys over here on the defense, these guys right here, this linebacker, this outside linebacker in this corner, they're going to be doing their receiver count from this side. So they're going to see 1, 2. And the defensive guys on this side is going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 as far as playing their sides of the field. Man, this is nice. Okay, post snap receiver count. Post means before. I mean after you hike the ball, after you snap the ball. Okay, so up to this point, everything we've discussed concerning receiver count relates to the pre-snap alignment of the receivers. In some defensive coverage concepts, just knowing the pre-snap receiver count is all a particular defense needs to know when it comes to carrying out its pass coverage responsibilities. So guys, it's also, if this plays out, this is going to be on how you select your defense, because a lot of times we always select our defense based on if a guy goes 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, right? Then we say, okay, this is the defense I need to call. But now that we learn in simulation, we're learning what the NFL does. We can do our count knowing this is what we have to do. Okay. In the above example, the receivers are aligned. Here, let's bring the picture back in the fold. Okay. Let's see. In the example of the above example, the receivers are aligned in a 2 receiver bunch. alignment. Pre-snap number 1 is aligned tight near the pre-snap number 2. Now we're talking pre-snap now, right here, number 1 and number 2. When the defense sees these types of alignments from the offense, they're generally expecting to get some kind of pass route concept where number 1 and number 2 will switch once the ball is snapped. And then we go into post-snap. So these guys right here, if they go on an angle and they switch like this, like they do a cross, then it says this changes, right? So then we go into post-snap. Once the play starts, the receivers switch release, meaning they crisscross each other's path. At this point, the original number 1 receiver is now the number 2 receiver, and the original number 2 is now the new number 1. Having to know both the pre-snap and the post-snap receiver counts is a very important aspect of playing progressive read pass progression read for our zone defenders in Tampa 2, cover 3 match, and 3 and 2 deep fire zones. All right, guys. So as you can see, you now have the tools and options in game to stop any type of offense. I love it. I love it. I love it. Has your opponent been running 4 verticals all game? Answer that question, guys. Has your opponent been running 4 verticals all game? The answer is yes. Or what about the dreaded tight end corner route? Right? The answer is yes. Shut it down once and for all. And guys, I want to do a shout out to Anthony White, guys. It says this this part of the gameplay was designed by Anthony White. He's a new guy in charge of the CFM, guys. I know right now he's working on the blog. He put out on Twitter yesterday. I haven't really been on Twitter a lot today, but he's saying I'm writing, right? So he's getting this blog for CFM going, guys. But shout out to Anthony White for him creating this post receiver count stuff, man. Hey guys, this is some good stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're not getting tired of my videos. If you are, hey, I'm sorry. But if you're enjoying them, hey man, we're on track. Hollywood's been studying, man. Hollywood's been studying. It's all about simulation. It's all about simulation. We on the defensive side of the ball because defenses win championships, baby. Defenses win championships. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. I'm just excited. That's all. I'm just excited. Just decided to do a video as I was reading over it, guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did. And if you're new to the channel, you want to follow Hollywood Sports, you want to check Hollywood Sports out, check me out, man. Check Hollywood Sports out. Hey, you can always unsubscribe. Just hit that subscribe button. Check out my work, guys. Check out my content. Check out my videos. Because like I said, I'm gonna be running hard with NFL Madden 17, and I'm a pretty flexible channel, guys. I got NBA. I do some wrestling, man. I do some UFC. I do some baseball. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it all, guys, because this is a sports channel. But my number 1 game is Madden. And we're going to be rocking with Madden NFL17. So if that turns you on, hit that subscribe button. And as always, until next time, everybody, I am Hollywood Sports. And I want to say thanks for watching.